Welcome back to my podcast channel. Please, before we proceed, please make sure that you've subscribed to my channel. You've turned on the notification bell, so whenever I upload my videos or tell my stories, you're notified and you're up to date, so you're not missing out on any story that I'm sharing. Picking up from where we left last time, I wanted to transition straight to how I moved or transitioned to the sales field. From my years of operations in front office that I cherish and up to date, I reckon were amazing. But you know those delusional thoughts that you have while you feel that you're at your peak, you're at the peak of your career, and then again give yourself the side thoughts of, is it the right decision to take, or is it the right thing to do to transition to something completely different? But guess what? I took the bull by its horn. So I transitioned to sales, but again, I was already in management, so I had to step down to a junior position in sales to kind of have that smooth transition into sales, which was okay for me at the time because again, this is something that I thought over. And also decided that it's something that I wanted to venture. And more of it was close friends that I had at the time that were already in this field all saw the need of me transitioning to sales and not delaying it further, because again, I was already approached at some time back to venture sales, but I was a bit hesitant in it because I felt that I was actually on an incline growth in my operations career than in front office. But I decided this is the time of transitioning to it. The only setback and challenge that I had at the time that I was transitioning to the sales, into my sales career, was that shortly after, this is when COVID time started hitting, and then it was a bit uncertain for me whether to go ahead with this decision that I made at the time or to stick to what I had. But you know, since I'd already decided on it, and the good thing is that it was within the same company, so I took the decision and decided to go with it. So moved into sales. I stepped down to just transition. It was a bit challenging for me. It was hard. It wasn't as easy, but I appreciate the fact that I got encouraged often by very close friends that I had at the time, and it was great that it was swift, I would say, as much as the challenges were more for me to kind of transition and to kind of stabilize myself into this new field, different from what I was doing. But I was really much into the sense of, you know, full turned on into picking up from where I left it at. So the transition was great. Had my trainings, internal trainings, and a lot of virtual trainings, calls, because at the time, you know, this is when COVID had slowly started kind of creeping in. So there was less face-to-face meetings at the time, but it was more of like a lot of virtual trainings and going through a lot of notes to read, you know, a lot of documents to understand in terms of, you know, the knowledge of what I needed to go talk about or sell at the time. Then that was great, I would say. Was okay, settled in well, and then came into meeting the partners at the time. You know, sales is all about, you know, partners, connections, and all this. So when I met the partners, at some point I remember there were days that I was completely blank, not knowing what to say, not knowing what to answer in certain questions that I was asked. But I decided to learn while at it. So most of what I've learned, or most of what I've acquired and learned until today, has been entirely based on feedbacks that I've got, and more of it has been, you know, challenges that I get to hear that I try to find solutions for. And this is what has really translated to me fitting into situations and into being what I am today. So moving forward was lot better for me because I kind of repeatedly got the same inquiries, had the same conversations with multiple partners. Started visiting some of them when situations allowed, and we could visit obviously with certain regulations that were in place, and then kind of build up that confidence gradually, which incrementally brought in the face of knowing what you need to say and how you're saying it and how you present yourself, and that really helped me a lot. And have coming from an operational background where I was already facing clients really helped me a lot. And this is why sometimes whenever you have an opportunity to explore more in what you're doing in terms of what field you're in, fully explore it, because you never know what and when the skills would be of help. So the skills that I had acquired during my years or in operations really helped me a lot in transitioning swiftly into sales, and that really gave me so much confidence, and maybe not fully knowing the information that I needed to have at the time, but how I expressed and how I carried myself in front of partners, in front of clients, and how I executed what I knew really helped me a lot. And I really hold that to as well people that I had close to me at the time that really moved with me and helped me out, and gave me the right tools, and obviously partners that I had at the time were very accommodating in the sense of maybe understanding that I was quite new in that, and kind of moved with me in different phases and at different stages, different seasonalities, where I knew what happens when, the predictions that you would have, for the future months. So that was kind of helping me settle in well and kind of give me the confidence of how to tackle situations at different times, especially in the year, and how that went, progressively. So this kind of went well, and then completed my first few months, 6-7 months. I think I was fully immersed into the sales. Then when I was nearly hitting my first year, again, as we say, opportunities kind of find you rather than you finding them. I had an opportunity where I was offered something more senior than what I'd already done. And this was really good for me because, again, this was an approach that came from an international chain, whereas I was more based in local, or I would phrase it as a homegrown company. Then you get approached by an international chain setup, which was really good, and it was on a senior level. So again, took the opportunity, had the confidence, had the skills that I knew that I needed, and obviously the package was a lot better than what I had. So immersed into that, faced the challenges that I didn't have in this other, used the opportunities and the skills that I had acquired in what I had in this junior level, slowly transitioned that. And you know what made me feel so happy was that I'd already moved or transitioned from a management level into sales in a junior level. I saw myself tracing back to where I'd already positioned myself, and that really gave me so much confidence in really pushing hard in what I had and what I knew to continue elevating me. So again, moved that for a couple of months, nearly 6-7, and again close to another year. Had another opportunity again that showed up for a high level of sales field that I was in. Took that again. You could probably wonder, why is it that I had to just shift within a year or close to a year? But I would say, when opportunities come, sometimes you evaluate them based on what you see ahead of you. So, and that's how I looked at it, as not fully completing like a year or a couple of years in something and kind of getting that confidence. But again, I think once you're good at something, or once people see potential in you, you don't hesitate and just take it and move ahead with it. So, and that's exactly what I was doing. And in this fields, I would say, or in this levels or this opportunities that are coming along. So jumping into second level of from that junior level, finally back into junior management level, and then did that for another year, close to a year and a half, and then fully went back into a management level in sales, which kind of gave me that full confidence and finally back at it. And that was quite a good transition for me and really helped me a lot. And again, I was getting to meet the same partners that saw that transitional change from those junior levels to still seeing you in such a senior level, and that really helped me so much in having that confidence and having that kind of different kind of I would say that hierarchy of decisions that you can take in certain levels that either you're limited on or empowered to take in terms of your career and all that, and that really helped me kind of move forward to the level that I'm at the moment, in a senior level of sales field, which I would say builds up with relationships I've maintained, or that you maintain basically with partners that you have, that you move along with, because it's a collective kind of responsibility that you kind of have to look at in terms of operations, your personal career growth, the opportunities out in the market, getting that knowledge that is out in the market that really helps you move ahead and move forward in terms of the skills that you get, information you have, and how you translate that into your normal daily operation. And again, the skills, adding them all together kind of helps you out and makes it even much easier for you to adapt all sort of situations and predict ahead of what to anticipate, which is more into, like in my sales field, you kind of know when you get to a certain time of the year, what to expect, how to tackle that, and how to kind of predict what's ahead of you. And that really helps you in terms of your planning, in terms of your budgeting, in terms of your how you would tackle that, and how you would, once it gets to that level or once you get to that season, how you immerse into it. That really helps a lot. And it kind of gives you kind of like a very swift transition. And if I would kind of give a contrast between how I look at that in terms of operation and in terms of sales, I would say they're completely different worlds, where you have different ways of how you tackle challenges that you face while in operations, and how I face them in sales are two different fields, but if you were to kind of weigh options between both, I would say it's entirely something that I would leave for you to look at, because again, we are different in how we approach things and how we tackle things and how we handle things in general. But for me, I would say I am more of the kind of personality that faces things based on situations that they come with, or the situations that they find you in, and how you tackle them, how you handle them, and how you face them really determines what outcome you want to see out of that. So for me, I'm the kind of person that overlooks at things and sees things in different perspectives, and that kind of really helps me move ahead and move forward, and try to always venture challenges and look at them as more of opportunities than challenges, and getting out of them and looking for others. It's not more of looking for trouble, looking for problems, looking for challenges to face, but it's more of elevating yourself in different challenges that you face and that you faced already, and know how to tackle them, and try to look for others while elevating yourself. Because it's more like just companies, when you see a company growing, you don't just want to see it growing in terms of revenues, in terms of development, you also subsequently want to grow in the same kind of incline pattern as well. It grows, you grow, it elevates, it multiplies, you do the same as well in your aspect of growth. And this is something that I've always wanted to embrace personally, in my career and not face fears and wanting to learn something new, exploring it, and generally getting that knowledge that gives you the confidence, because more of confidence comes with you having the knowledge, you having the information, and having having the skills in place to tackle all seasonalities and all aspects of how things come and how you anticipate they would come. So let's explore more of my stories in progressive videos that are coming shortly. Thank you.